Hey everybody, it's Scott Hoover with Hollywood.com. He's the Dean of Marvel Comics. He's the creator of some of the hottest superheroes in Hollywood, and we're gonna sit down and talk to Stan the Man Lee. So can you talk about, you'd had the frustration, Jim Cameron wanted to make Spider-Man, it didn't happen because of various legal, rights issues, but then finally these movies started to get made. Can you talk about how Hollywood reacted to that and how you reacted to Hollywood when those hits started rolling in?
The first movie that we had made was Blade. That was so successful. It was a Marvel movie and it did well, and we couldn't believe it. And after that, of course, came the X-Men, and that was a major hit. And all of a sudden, Marvel Entertainment had a major motion picture hit, a movie people talked about, and they couldn't wait for the sequel. And it had created a star in the character playing Wolverine, and it was a smash. We couldn't believe it. Then when Spider-Man came out, we knew we're on a roll. We've discovered something. And people would ask, why didn't you guys do these movies years ago? And probably the simplest answer is we couldn't, because the special effects hadn't reached the point where you could do all these things beautifully. If you can picture Spider-Man web-swinging the way he does, that couldn't have been put on film perhaps 15 years ago. And now, I was talking to some director some time ago who said, Stan, there is nothing you can imagine that we can't put in a movie and make it look believable. And it seems that he's right.
Can you kind of remember back to the moment that you first saw Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movie and your feeling? I know that's a character you've always held very close to your heart, and how you felt when you saw a really great movie made out of that character.
I couldn't speak. I was so impressed. I couldn't believe that it could have been done that well. And after seeing those few scenes, I knew nothing was going to stop Marvel from then on.
I had the opportunity to ask Tobey Maguire about working with you the other day, and he said that you have become as much of an icon as the characters that you created.
He said that, Toby?
He did say that. I have him on record. How do you feel knowing that these superstars see you that way?
I don't know how to say that without sounding like I'm bragging. Marvel has been so wonderful to work with, and they've allowed me to form my own company and do my own thing.
Can you talk about some of the projects that are happening here with POW Entertainment?
We're developing a feature film with Jessica Simpson, because I had an idea for a heroine and I just thought she'd be perfect for the role, so we're working on that. And believe it or not, we're working on another film. We're developing one with Paris Hilton, who may turn out to be one of the great actresses of our time, but she'll certainly be a colorful figure in this film. And finally, we're creating a movie with Jeremy Piven. You may know who he is. This story that I came up with, I think, it could only be played by Jeremy Piven. It is so perfect, and I can't wait till we start shooting that. So we have other things, I can't remember them, but I'm trying to keep as busy as I can because I love doing this sort of thing.